on this subject. We're not taking other subjects. Go ahead, DeBois.
Senator, you're asking for executive action today.
Yes.
But you're also proposing legislative action to create free community college, expand Pell Grants, all of that in the reconciliation bill. Right now, that process is bogged down because the bipartisan process is bogged down.
Only this, I'm going to answer go ahead. I'm sorry to meet.
When does it become time to say enough of that process and move
I'm going to speak later after our lunch, but we're making good progress on both tracks. Yes.
This is not the first time that you all have presented this, and I'm just curious what your most current conversations with the Biden administration on this topic have looked like. Has his position migrated at all?
I believe that they are understanding every week how important this is for the economy, for the people of America. Yes, I think we've made progress. In fact, some of the arguments that they used to make, they no longer make. One is it'll get taxed. We took care of that in the ARP bill. Another is they don't have the legal authority. We don't hear much of that anymore because we think they do. So we're making progress, and si se puede. We're going to keep at it. If any of you want to join in, feel free. Yes.
So to piggyback off of that question, you've held press events asking for President Biden to pick up the pen and cancel $50,000 student loan debt. You've held other events. What's different right now? Is there something else you can be doing to push President Biden?
It gets worse and worse, but we have this cancellation coming up that we need him to do. You know, this idea of extending the moratorium, and we think once he thinks of extending the moratorium, the very same reasons to extend the moratorium are reasons to cancel debt. Right. Did you want to use
I was just going to say, your question's a good question. What's different right now is that we're 2 months away from payments restarting for more than 30 million Americans. That's a real on-the-ground impact for families that are struggling. The president can avoid that, and that's important both family by family, but also for our economy. So we're staring down a deadline, not of our making, but the president's making. And we're asking that the payment pause be extended, but more critically, we are asking that he go ahead and cancel student loan debt. Remember, he has the power to extend the payment pause. We know that because he's done it. And that same power is his to cancel student loan debt.
If he can do one, he can do the other.
And I would just add, these crises are layered. And so, as we see what is happening with the Delta variant, and we have not seen, we're fighting for, I certainly have been, to extend the eviction moratorium as well. People have to remain safely housed. They should not be trying to decide between paying a student loan bill or whether or not they should be paying rent to remain safely housed while we are still in the midst of a pandemic. And might I also add on the racial justice components, because those have been challenged. As someone who grew up in a redline community, and like 85% of Black student borrowers felt I had no choice but to borrow in order to pursue higher education, in light of the fact that Black families, because of policy violence, were deprived the ability to build generational wealth, and Black student borrowers default at 5 times the rate of our white counterparts. That's not abstract for me. That is personal. That has been my own experience. And so the White House has continually espoused and expressed a commitment to racial justice. So this is both an economic justice issue. This is an easy lever to pull and to exact as a part of a recovery strategy to jumpstart the economy, to alleviate a burden for families, and also gets us one step closer to actualizing racial justice. And finally, as you have seen in recent days, the president of historically Black colleges and universities have been using those ARP funds for canceling student debt, which I think further makes the case that they understand the burden that this has disproportionately on Black families. And so we need to follow their lead. We should be being the pace setters. But at the very least, we need to follow their lead.
One other thing I'd say in answer to your question, support's growing. We hear more about this now than we heard 3-4 months ago. It's not fading. I'll go to online with 100 people, say a church group. This won't even be the subject. It'll be brought up.
That's right.
It's growing. Last question.
Do you think that President Biden and his team are sort of waiting before doing debt cancellation because they don't want to upset all the negotiations here over the trillion?
They haven't said that to us, and we say the sooner the better. Okay? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.